Hey everyone, welcome back to another Alchemy deck. So this deck I call Invoke Regret. It has to do with the card Invoke Calamity and Geist of Regret. So Geist of Regret these are both cards you probably haven't seen much of. 5 mana 4/5 flyer, so alright, pretty good stats. It puts an instant and sorcery from my library into the graveyard, but then it has a special ability. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell from my graveyard, I can choose I get an extra copy, and I can choose new targets. This with Invoke Calamity, which allows me to cast up to 6 mana value of instant or sorcery cards in my graveyard, and then I exile them afterwards, basically allows me to double up on things like Igneous Inspiration, Brittle Blast if I need that, Electrostatic Blast is great, and then also I have things like Galvanic Iteration to just duplicate as well. You'll notice that there is only 2 Galvanic Iterations, 2 Expressive Iterations, even though these are amazing cards, because they both have blue, and given that we have Invoke Calamity, all of our cards we want to be red, except for a single blue mana. Otawara is blue only, Biblioplex is colorless only. These are the only 2 lands amongst 22 lands that cannot be red. No, I count the Spectral Hazards as half a land, that's why we have 22. In case this Invoke doesn't work, we have 2 Bloodthirsty Adversaries to get myself +1/+1 counters and recast things like Igneous Inspiration or Electrostatic Blast, as I said. Frenzied Geist Blaster helps us get this combo all rolling, as well as just being a good 2/2 prowess. Generally, our kill is going to be from just having good bodies, but the fact that we can go over the top with Igneous Inspiration and then some sideboard options is very powerful. Unexpected Windfall, mostly because I just want a mono-red instant that's red. So like, if you just go to red because we are basically a mono-red deck, ask for 4 mana, instant or sorcery. You don't get many. I'm not exactly playing Dwarven Reinforcements, Draconic Intervention. We don't really need those kinds of board clears. We already have Conductive Current, and that's not our win condition. Mascot Interception, we're not really looking to steal their stuff. We don't have many 4-drops for if we want to use Invoke Calamity to cast a 2 and a 4. So I decide Unexpected Windfall is a pretty good card. It will help us get to our combo, and it's a 4-drop. It's a 4-mana card for our effect. With that, we're going to try Invoke Regret. I had a person I watch called John Likes Games. He allows on Wednesdays for people to play decks of their choice. So I had him test it out. It seemed good when he played it, but I have not had any testing on this yet. In case people are wondering, I'm using this for an event where you can play any Alchemy deck you want. So this is coming in. Stormcard Ghost is going to be our blue mana, so we're going to put Lava Guide on red. So we're just going to go Mountain into Geist Blaster, into probably discard the Conduct. Depending on what kind of deck they are, is whether we discard the Bloodthirsty or the Conductive. Because if Conductive's not hitting targets, we don't need it. If otherwise, we don't have time for Bloodthirsty. Yeah, it just depends on whether we need to go fast or slow. But yeah, with Conductive Current and the Invoke Calamity, we definitely want our stuff on red. So I'm just trying to think, do I want to... I think I just want to discard the Invoke Calamity for now. The 2 things I can think of playing, Bloodthirsty Adversary can get it already, so we're going to discard Invoke Calamity. It does reveal our hand quite heavily, but I think I'm okay with that. Next turn we could attack in for 6, basically. And Invoke Calamity can now hit another Invoke Calamity, which with a double cast could double cast. Alright. I'm just going to Igneous Inspiration their face. I'm not... Am I worried about Captain Eberhart at all? I think if I'm worried about, Conductive Current's going to solve the problem. I'd rather just hit face and keep moving forward. Alright. This seems like a deck where start from scratch is going to be valuable, just because they're going to have 1 health minions. I can honestly play that next turn, kill their Eberhart, and move on with my life. Okay. They're not a multi-100 card deck. I think I am going to attack first, and if they block the Ghost Shintai, I'll Electrostatic Blast it. Otherwise, I'll start from scratch Captain Eberhart. more red. Otawara. Do I need Otawara? No, if I play Otawara, I could flash back Igneous Inspiration with Bloodthirsty Adversary. Sure. Maybe getting the land is not a good idea, but Igneous Inspiration is great. Bloodthirsty Adversary gaining more value is great. You know. So it seems like we're going to be dealing with, what's it called? The Kami War. It's a 5-mana saga that's just... Basically, every effect of the saga is card advantage in a good way, and then it makes a 6/6. That gives you card advantage, so... Alright. I could just Conductive Current. So the next... When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell. So unfortunately, that effect will go away if I use Bloodthirsty. I could use Conductive Current to get ready to from scratch that. Yeah, but then we lose the Frenzied Geist Blaster. So it's just a question of what resource I want to lose. I think I'd rather lose the Conductive Electrostatic Blast resource. Do I just want another Electrostatic Blast resource, actually? Alright. And yeah, we're just applying pressure while we're doing this. Looks good. They do have the block. They should take it. Alright, we have them low on health, but the Conductive Currents are unfortunately a negative for us. We did not recognize whether or not the deck would need it. We can... So here's a fun theme. We can use this Conductive Current to put 2 more damage at the start from scratch, and then use the next Conductive Current to turn this into a 5 damage spell. Alright. So... I think they should buff the Go Shintai. Yep. Alright, so I could Spike Field this. Or I could Conductive Current. Okay, so if I Conductive Current, I then could turn Spike Field into a 3 damage spell. I could just Spike Field this attack for... I like this slightly better just because... we're getting close to lethal. I want to attack these guys through. If they're smart, they'll block this one because I'm going to grow it with an Expected Windfall. We do not need the Conductive Currents right now. They're going to be at 5 health. We're getting card draw. I could Electrostatic Blast to kill it, but I think we'll just Brittle Blast it later if I need to. And also now we can Conductive Current into Electrostatic, bring them to 1, and then the start from scratch does the job. Yeah, they're 1 land from lethal right now. They do have the full colors, which is cool. I will not deny that's really cool, but... it ain't good enough. Alright. So let's see. If I actually Electrostatic Blast into Conductive Current... Okay. I think this is how I get lethal. So I Electrostatic Blast. This gets Paralysis. And this, we get that trigger. Into Conductive Current. Good game. And I get the Spike Field Hazard buffed up. And now I get to use the Spike Field Hazard to just shoot their face for 3. There we are. Electrostatic Blast being a board clear and a boost to my damage output is fantastic. We were kind of like not doing much, but our opponent was doing even less. I'm not sure how much of a example that is, but that was a good example of, I think that was fun nonetheless. The ability to just take out their threats and just keep moving forward was good. We definitely got the mana fixed properly for Invoke Calamity. That was good. Alright. Auto Bar is a little rough to get early, but we can tap Spike Field into Electrostatic on turn 2, into Igneous on turn 3, into Unexpected Windfall, should we get one more land. Unfortunately, we are a little too late to use Spike Field, and we need it as a land. We will have to Electrostatic this. Because this thing will get out of hand in a zombie deck. So, we don't really want that to happen. I think the Champion of the Parish is scarier than Jadar, honestly. I can kill Jadar next turn. I can't guarantee I can kill the Champion of the Parish next turn. Oh no, I just realized this trigger's gonna happen when I have no mana. Alright. If I could draw a 2-mana spell, we're in a good spot. Alright. I'm going to develop... I could develop the Bloodthirsty Adversary to try to just force them to play pressure. And otherwise, I could... next turn, I could Expressive for value, I think is the plan. Because I need to Expressive into this trigger hitting precisely Spikefield Hazard for me to get the value. Once I get my 3-mana Wipe the Board card, I think I'm good. I do not need to double cast it. Alright, and we ate a card, and we didn't do anything too devastating to ourselves in the process. We're good. Champion of the Parish is going to become an issue. Alright. Unfortunately, I do not think I can Igneous Inspiration into a kill, but I can Expressive into advantage states, into perhaps just playing the Galvanic into Igneous to take them out. So now we're going Expressive. This thing will trigger, give us Vote Calamity, Inspect Folk. Okay, so it gets us a land. Putting the Braille Blast in our hand. I think this is just going away. We can't really cast any of it. It's Bomb. So I need to decide, do I grab that, or do I grab the Frenzied Geist Blaster? And it's definitely Geist Blaster. We don't have time for the Windfall. I feel like this was more a bad start on my part than anything else. Let's see. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I'm dead. I have to block here or I'm dead. Well, another case of me not having the tools out the gate and getting blown out because of it. Let's see, if I draw the 3-mana board wipe off of Unexpected Windfall, do we even get saved? It has to be off of Expressive Iteration. It has to be off of Expressive Iteration with a land. This could come into play untapped because I'm pretty sure we went second. Alright. Yep, we didn't draw what we needed to draw. I don't really know what to say. We have 3 board clears. We looted through quite a bit of our deck. And we also didn't get our lands in a good way. Definitely knew that getting our lands in a bad way was a possibility. I might have to look back. Not hitting them blue on turn 2 for an expressive iteration may have been the flaw there. Might have been my own fault and cause of my loss. I'm mulliganing this. Our first play's on turn 3. We have pretty good card advantage. I'm actually going to throw back an Igneous because we have enough card advantage. And like Baby Little Flex acts as card advantage as well if we need it. Now we have 2 Electrostatic Blasts being held up. I'm gonna go for the environmental sciences, so I can hit the unexpected windfall if I need to. Otherwise, it can be the trigger for the electrostatic blasts later. Our cleric deck. I will say we don't really have many good counters to enchantments, but they're just playing. I always get weirded out when people just play like random clerics like that. So yeah, we do not have any islands. I do not expect us to need islands. And this Otawara, we have a single Otawara and it keeps showing up. Maybe I don't let them untap because I'm supposed to kill this now, but I want to see if they have a bigger threat that they're about to play. I'm okay taking 2 damage given that we just gained 2 life. Alright, they're just leveling up. I'm just going to kill this before it becomes a threat. Now we can Unexpected Windfall, discarding one of the Electrostatic Blasts, the treasure tokens, and such. Actually, I'm going to discard the Spike Field. No, I need the Spike Field Hazard for... I'm discarding the auto... Yeah, we're drawing cards. We have 12 lands that can double up. Alright. Looks like this is our land. And we have an Electrostatic Blast if we need an answer ASAP. Otherwise... So yeah, if they play another card here, like so. Alright. I think I just killed the Impassioned Orator with Electrostatic Blast. I'm okay with Treasure disappearing. Because the gaining life becomes an issue very quickly. Then I could just Spikefield Hazard this one. Get myself more cards. We lack any blue... Oh, blue source right here. One, two, three, four... I could bring back the Unexpected Windfall and the Electrostatic Blast. I like that. Alright. Graveyard. I want to bring back Electrostatic Blast. And I want to bring back Unexpected Windfall. Discard a card. Mountain. Yep. And we have another Static Blast trigger. We have 7. We lost all but one of our Geist of Regrets just off of the Exile triggers, unfortunately. So we will have to adapt to that. Alright. Full control. Because they're going to bring something back. They're going to gain life. And I'm immediately going to kill it. Wait, no. I have Igneous Inspiration. We're going to let this resolve. As long as they don't have a 1-drop, we're good. because I realized I'd wasted the resource of the Electrostatic Blast. Alright. Use Inspiration. And I think we're getting ready to get Mascot Exhibition here. Also, I should note, we have not needed this Biblioplex. I think the Biblioplex is a mistake, unfortunately. Alright. We unfortunately haven't been able to do much with our deck, but we will find it. We will find the resources. Skyclave Cleric. Unfortunately a little big. For now, we leave as is. Yeah, I'm gonna Unexpected Windfall. Discard a land, try to get more resources. It's so funny, this one cleric class, this little life gain, is actually so significant in stopping me. Also, I should note, all our creatures were in this exile bin, so I couldn't even play creatures to help solve the situation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, they're making a big old Skyclave Cleric. Alright, and now we get the Conductive Current. Great. They're at 35 health. Yeah, so they were the life gain deck. We did not draw any of our... Well, let's see. 4, 5, 6, 9... We only have 9 creatures. Okay. More understandable now. Alright. Well, life gain against a burn deck. Bound to be bad. The fact that I have access to Electrostatic Blast to possibly trick the 4/6 with a 4/4 is pretty nice. Or are they putting in the hole? The 4/4 probably. The 2/1. Yep, ship it. See how they respond. I should have actually triggered Den. Alright. Do I just throw Electrostatic at this anyways? No. We'll double Electrostatic later. And we'll take 4. Because, yeah, we could Conductive... Alright. Passion Orator. We have a Static Blast for it. Or we can... I don't know how they're going to... We're going to try to let them distribute the counters onto the Passion Orator itself. I just realized they got an additional counter off of that. This is bad. That was a mistake. Alright, so they have a 7/9. If they attack with it, they're ruined. Can I attack in still? So let's see. I can Electrostatic 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. An absolutely baffling attack. Surely. I'm not man-landing my creature because I want that land alive after I'm done here. So I got Electrostatic Blast the Impassioned or Alright, got it. So they didn't block. I'm going to Electrostatic Blast the Core Celebrant. I think. Yeah. Prowess triggers. Alright. Now I can Conductive Current. And I should still I mean, I'm going Conductive Current no matter what. But the Prowess is going to trigger, which is very important. So that survives. Alright, so now this is a 4 damage spell. I can Galvanic Iteration it. I like that. More red. That's a great spell to get later. Alright. There we are. That should kill it, and it gets us 2 of these triggers on the stack. Next turn we have Expressive Iteration to get a lot of value. We were milling through our deck pretty fast, but we actually managed to beat that life gain deck. And Biblioplex showed itself as not necessary. So, just really quick, we're going to go in, edit out the Biblioplex, put in another mountain. We're not going to think too hard on this, just no need for Biblioplex. How about another... I could get another den, but I'm just going to put another mountain. We're not going to think too hard on this. But yeah, we just never had a point where we had so many cards that gave card advantage. Not so many that we went to 7, but so many that we did not need to go to 0. So... Alright, opponent goes first. Stormcarved Coast into Geist Blaster, into Igneous Inspiration. If they're very fast, we discard the Geist of Regret. If they're not, we discard the Brittle Blast. We are in a good spot. As bad as it looks. But yeah, these Geist Blasters are nice. Just being able to sift through our deck while playing a good body. Red. Blue one is untapped. I'm going to discard the Geist of Regret. I don't know if we're going to get the lands there in time. Don't need it. I'm going to attack first. See how they respond. Alright. Now I'm going to Geist Blaster. I think I get rid of the Electrostatic. If they might have the dragons, which we will want to Brittle Blast. And the Igneous Inspiration is nice. So we're actually going to get rid of the Actually, we're just going to decline. I like my hand. What you got? Alright. So they didn't get a play. It looked like they just missed the land. They were planning to go into Townraiser Tyrant, and they couldn't. In case you're wondering, that's why I was keeping the Brittle Blast. Townraiser was inevitable. Otherwise, we were about to deal 9 more damage and threaten lethal for next turn. So, we were in a good spot. Always nice to be in those kinds of nice spots. I believe this is game 4. Bugbear into Hazard. Or Hazard into Bugbear for Electrostatic Blast ready. Into Conductive Current. Yeah, we have... It's really weird, but we have all the resources. And that's the important part. I think we start with Forsaken Crossroads on blue. Yeah, we need this as a land anyways. I'm going to just play it as a land. The reason I'm scared to play this on blue is because, while we will need a blue mana, we have enough ways to get additional blue mana, and we have a triple red in our hand as we speak. Sealing Curtains. Thanks, Bugbear. Thanks for punishing my decisions. I might just Conductive Current to try to get Electrostatic ready. Let's see, you discard a non-land card from it. I'm going to play Den to threaten the conductive current next turn. And we're just going to let it happen. Unfortunately, this concealing current is going to hit us pretty hard. Even if we conductive current to pump up the electrostatic blast, you know, they could just get another, they could just discard it. So here I think they discard the electrostatic blast. Either that or the Geist of Regret. The conductive current doesn't actually solve the problem. Alright. Blue. Alright, what do we got on top? Beautiful. So my plan is next turn, I'm going to Galvanic Iteration, double Conductive Current, turn this Electrostatic Blast into a 6 of damage attack, and then we'll have answers beyond that. Actually, I'm going to turn this Conductive Current into 5 damage and this one into 4. Awesome. Does it tell them that I modified these? I can land Geist of Regret. This still dies to Conductive Current. Geist will die with it, but I think that's okay. Alternatively, I can Unexpected Windfall. I'm just gonna Geist now. Galvanic Iteration into Electrostatic Blast. Sounds really great because this is gonna triple up instead of double up. Got another Conductive Current in there. And another Spectral Hazard. Cool. Alright. So yeah, we get Electrostatic, kill the Concealing Currents, and get 2 more procs on Catapult Fodder. And then when we cast our next spell... Alright. I don't think they could take anything that actually significantly hurts me. Because either I have the Conductive Current, which is destructive, or I have the Electrostatic Blast Galvanic Iteration combo, which is destructive. Alright. So I could Galvanic Iteration. I can Expressive Iteration into Electrostatic Blast to kill that. Or I could, yeah, I think I like this best. Put that in my hand. Bottom, exile. So now I can Galvanic Electrostatic if I want. I could not Galvanic into Igneous. Yeah, I think I'll just Electrostatic that now. I can wait till their turn to do it. I like that, because this way I can actually Galvanic Iteration into better targets. So if they play a creature here... Alright. They put it there. I could just Electrostatic Blast that and not have to worry about anything. Alright. Haven't even used Geist of Regret yet, just as a 4/5, which is a good body. Okay, I can Galvanic. And then I'm just gonna do the in my hand Galvanic. I don't need 3. Wait, hold up. If I 3 Igneous, that deals 9 damage. They're nearly dead. I like that, actually. Okay. I can't invoke Calamity, so it's just a question of do I want to... Yeah, I think I just play the Forgotten Crossroads then. Red. Don't need the Geist Blaster. Alright. The question is, do I do kill the catapult fodder, or do I just hit all face? I think I hit all face. Yeah, we'll get Environmental Sciences. We'll get Start from Scratch. And we'll get Introduction to Annihilation, I think. Or Mascot Exhibition, yeah. Next turn I have Lethal. Alright. Because I could Conductive Current to pump up Igneous Inspiration, Galvanic Iteration, and Igneous their face for 10. So no reason to do more on the board. Red and blue. Really wish they separated those better. Anyways, we are holding back a 4/5. We are threatening Lethal. Doing good things. We're going to block 3 damage. Alright. So this is such a weird lethal. So we start by playing Conductive Current. Yeah, so we start by playing Conductive Current to deal 5 damage. And we buff up our Igneous Inspiration. They don't kill anything, but then we Galvanic Iteration into double Igneous their face. It only does 3 on the copy. It only did 3 on the copy. So that wasn't lethal, apparently. That's really annoying. We will leave 2 mana open, so I can actually Environmental Sciences and then do that. I might want a Galvanic Iteration. I might just annihilate that. Yeah, we can Galvanic Iteration soon, so... Or... Alright. We do need to annihilate that so that things don't get worse for us. We can now invoke Calamity, gain the 5 mana Igneous Inspiration, and the 4 damage Electrostatic Blast, or the 5 damage Conductive Current, perhaps. Alright. I just want to check if I have lethal. So, Igneous Inspiration for 5, Igneous Inspiration for 3, Electrostatic Blast for 4. Okay. Galvanic Iteration. Invoke Calamity. Alright. First one, we want to do Igneous Inspiration for 5 at their face. Plus Igneous Inspiration for 3 to their face. We ate through our entire learn board. Now we want Electrostatic Blast to their face. And we're going to just grab the Conductive Current for safety. Invoke Calamity, just pulling that last bit of pressure out. Yep, I think the top end looks good. The top end looks good together. I mean, this is a burn deck of beating decks with life gain. Just take a moment to process that. This is a burn deck beating decks with a life gain. It's not very on the board. Well, I guess it's on the board enough. Alright. Well, Tawara kind of sucks. But we have Mountain for Electrostatic, into Igneous, into Unexpected, into Invoke Calamity. We're going to play the Mountain first, because if we get another red land, we can get ready for a Conductive Current early. We do need to play Electrostatic Blast next, so I will lose the Conductive Current by playing Otawara, if necessary. Alright. So there is a Cosmos Charger card that they just buffed, so I'm thinking this is blue as its other color. Alright. I wonder if I can full control. I do not get a turn before it pluses. Unfortunate. If I want to kill Kazmina, I have to Electrostatic Blast now. And I will lose the effects of Electrostatic. Hey, Mountain. Right. Start with an Igneous Inspiration on that. They're gonna have less cards than me, I think. I'll get the Environmental Sciences ready. I usually end up needing to use that. If nothing else, I'll discard with Unexpected Windfall. Move on with my life. Invoke Calamity, gain an Igneous and a Conductive Current or something like that nature. Great. So we're facing Super Friends with a deck that does incremental damage. This only does it to creatures, not to Planeswalkers. So I think we're dead. I think we're already dead. Yeah, I don't need the Conductive Current anymore. I can't kill that. I'm going to just discard the Environmental Sciences now. We need to stop Teferi before it goes off. Or we have to just deal with the emblem, play Geist of Regrets, and Invoke Calamity, gain double Igneous Inspiration, plus double Environmental Sciences, or something of that nature. Double Electrostatic. Found it. Found the out. I'm going to Geist of Regrets to, and Electrostatic Blast this for 2, so it can't trigger. Then I'm going to double up Electrostatic Blast plus Igneous Inspiration. I think that's my out. I can't think of anything else. The fact that they have all this mana open really concerns me for this play, though. Alright. Now I can't really use the Electrostatic. If I invoke Calamity, I think I still have to do it, but I think the game's... They're not getting card advantage. I think I just start going face. I can invoke Calamity for another Electrostatic Blast plus an Unexpected Windfall. I don't know. I don't know. We're facing the control counter deck that doesn't have targets for burn, that you need to play on the board to beat. And we are a deck that does not get on the board. So, these kinds of decks are our weaknesses. This and Hinata. Which, okay. Okay. Given its colors, I'm guessing there's going to be Hinata in this deck. Alright. Vote Calamity to get another Electrostatic Blast. I'm just going to Geist of Regret. Try to do it again. We're going to lose to Teferi unless we get Geist of Regret to duplicate and deal a ton of damage very soon. So I think we've just lost. I think with that counter spell, we just lost. Because they now have double the card draw and double the mana. And it's clear that they're running enough counter spells to deal with whatever I'm doing. So at this point, I'm just going to start shooting face. I can't stop Teferi. Yep. At this point, we just start shooting face. We can't stop their planeswalkers. This is very unfortunate for us, but this happens. This happens. I just drew them a card, nothing else. Alright, start with Electrostatic Blast to face, because we have really not many other choices. Invoke Calamity just gets Unexpected Windfall and Electrostatic Blast. I'd like to see if we get another Geist of Regret. Alright. Doesn't matter, I wasn't looking for the damage to the face, I was looking for this cast trigger to get more cards. Did we go first or second? We went second. Alright. Graveyard, please. Alright. Can Unexpected Windfall. Discarding Conductive Current. And Electrostatic Blast targeting the face. There we are. I might Conductive Current just to Igneous Inspiration for 5, but then they just counter it, and the Invoke Calamity doesn't work as well. Alright, what instant or sorcery are you casting that's blue or green? I'm trying to figure out what it could possibly be. Oh, All Runs Epiphany. All Runs Epiphany is nerfed, so I'm not as devastated by that effect, but it is still, you know, it's All Runs Epiphany. Oh. Oh, right. We have discovered formula in this format. Okay, I think I'm already dead. I do want to play it out a little longer. Make sure, you know, confirm my suspicions. E4. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a kill, which I think that means this deck went 4-1. And given that the deck was a no creature deck, yeah, I'm all right with that. No creature deck. They countered my own creatures. I did not get my early game creatures. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's not exactly a bad loss. 'Tis a loss, but it's not a bad loss. Yeah. Because Mina with... So, when the Planeswalker comes into play, you do not have an immediate response to it. So that's why Kesmina was able to stay alive. Oh my gosh, I just realized they gained the life end. Yep. We're going to just concede once more King comes out. Alright. Well, that's 5-1. The deck that we lost... Or, sorry, that's 4-1, I believe. I'll have to check to confirm, but... like, the deck we lost to had no creatures, so it makes sense. Any cards that fell a little lackluster? Unexpected Windfall, I think I could knock this down to 3. Conductive Current to 4. Or perhaps Brittle Blast to 4. Perhaps Bloodthirst. I don't want to go too few spells, because spells are going to get exiled, and Geist Blaster stops working once there's not 20 spells amongst them. Also, Spikefield Hazard isn't really... So it's like 25 spells in this deck. Yeah, I think I'm not trading Unexpected Windfall for a non-spell. Just clearing it. So I think this is it. I think I like that. Yeah, that one little change. Maybe knock out Geist of Regret for another adversary. I could see that. Yeah, because I want to play this... I want to play this on 5 anyways. I think I like Geist of Regret slightly more than Adversary because it's a 4-5. Yeah. No, I'm just going to leave it as is. I think this is a good deck. Ooh, ooh. The Expressive Iteration, I'm gaining enough card advantage as is. I don't really need it. I don't think this is worth 4 Galvanic Iterations, but 3 I think is good. I think this is a good way of building the deck there. As for should you create it? Bloodthirsty Adversaries are kind of expensive. I think one of the big things is the Geist of Regrets and the Geist Blasters aren't really going to be part of other decks, and this is 3 Mythics, 4 Rares, and then the Invoke Calamities are another 3 Rares. So unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be something worth crafting. Yeah, just a few too many Rares. Yeah, this is a Rare, this is a Mythic. Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm assuming Forgotten Crossroads, you're crafting the full set if you're planning to go this sort of colors. Maybe another, I think another Bugbear instead of a Mountain. Probably a full set, because the Den of the Bugbears, we needed creatures on board a lot of time, and we did not have them. And so having the ability to make a Bugbear Den would have probably won us the last game. Alright, well, with this little change, too expensive for me to justify over the top meta decks. Was a lot of fun. If you like that kind of burn style, this is a cool way of doing it. Invoke Calamity, I enjoyed. Geist of Regret pulled its weight. Yeah, I think this is good. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you get the brews you enjoy.